away from SoFi Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
May going to throw right away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Douglas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing here is May.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
To the air, May.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll throw with May.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps how a guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Third and 8.
Now it's Stafford.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. May.
Short pass caught by Henry. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's May.
Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man. It's Kayshon Boutte.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Henry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. From the 10, 1st and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry from 6 yards away.
And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down and 3.
Play action. Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Stafford.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Stafford.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Marcus Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Stafford now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Demarcus Robinson from 6 yards away.
And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. New England's offense set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score, but Remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings it to 2nd and 5. 9 for 23-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. Nice footwork at the 25. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7.
Now Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Stafford.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing is Stafford.
And this one too low.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Back to throw, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To the air again, Stafford. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gibson here running out of the gun to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. May.
His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
They'll throw with May.
And that is incomplete. And Keller Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
5 carries on the previous series, and the 5th one, the 1-yard punch into the end zone.
Yeah, he showed the muscle, didn't he? He showed that getting into the end zone. You know what I think he'd like on this next series?
Another one?
Another 5 or more carries like that. Continue to chew things up, but I bet he'd like a nice long run into the end zone to show off the rest of his talents.
Yeah, I'd like that. I also like, by the way, when you're demonstrating things like you were saying, he showed off the muscle. You're actually up here flexing.
Yeah, I was flexing. I'm just glad that people can't see that there's not much flex there.
Come on. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
To throw is Stafford.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Demarcus Robinson
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing here is May. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's May. Gets this complete to Butte.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Looking to throw. May.
Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, May with it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here now, 3rd down. To the air, May.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That pass knocked away by Juwan Bentley.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Patriots now down by 2 touchdowns, 56 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Completes it to Douglas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
But he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with May.
Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
May going to try and throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted and it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.